The area between two curves is found using a definite integral, which gives you the area underneath the curve. Therefore, the area between two curves is the difference of the area. It is written a is equal to the definite integral between a and b of f of x minus g of x d of x, where a and b are equal to the 2 points where the graphs intersect, or the limits of integration. And f of x minus g of x is always the larger graph minus the smaller graph, because otherwise the area would come out as negative, and that's not right. It can be the upper minus the lower graph, the right minus the left graph, but f of x is always the bigger graph, and g of x is always the smallest. It can also be written area is equal to the integral from a to b of y1 minus y2 dx, or a is equal to the integral from a to b of x1 minus x2 d of y, where y1 or x1 are the bigger graphs, and x2 and y2 are the smaller graphs. The first thing to do when finding the area between two curves is draw the graph. In this example, our two curves are y equals x squared and y equals 2x. Once you have the two graphed, you can see the area between the two curves that you are supposed to be finding. You can tell that the bigger function is y equals 2x because it is above the curve of y equals x squared. Next, we decide which way we are going to draw our strip, either vertical as dx or horizontal as dy. I'm going to use dx because it touches both graphs all the way through. Then you find where the points intersect. These are your limits of integration. In this case, the graphs intersect at 0, 0, and 2, 4, so the integral is from 0 to 2. Then you plug in the two equations, big minus small. Don't forget. So the area is equal to the definite integral between 0 and 2 of 2x minus x squared dx. To solve this integral, you take the antiderivative, which is x squared minus 1/3 x cubed, from 0 to 2. Then plug in your limits of integration, and you get 2 squared minus 1/3 times 2 cubed minus 0, because once you plug 0 into that equation, it just all equals 0. And that equals 4 minus 8/3, which is equal to 1 and 1/3, which is the area between the two curves.